Welcome to another episode of Ask Cindy Connector Live. Well, hello. This is Cindy, your host of Ask Cindy Connector Live. Make sure that you go to TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And you're going to go to YouTube at Ask Cindy Connector Live. So if you subscribe and comment, I will actually gift you a 3-night giveaway. And so here is the extra credit. So if you share either Ask Cindy Connector Live or my travel broadcast, which happens every Wednesday at Bucket List Coach Web Show, so you share either one of those, you're actually going to get a 5-day, 4-night vacation in Mexico, baby. So definitely check it out. Go to 3nightgiveaway.com. So really quickly, if you want to comment on today's broadcast, please go to streamyard.com/Facebook so we can see your name and we post your comment. So really quickly about the show, Ask Cindy Connector Live. You may ask, what is this all about? About 10 years ago, one of my friends started calling me Ask Cindy Connector. I was passing a lot of referrals. And so now, as of November of last year, we have a live broadcast every single Friday at 1, 2, and 3 Pacific, except for next weekend because I'm going to be in Catalina and I'm doing some dolphin excursions. I got some friends coming in town, especially a really great friend coming in from Washington State. So you could stay tuned to this show here in a couple of weeks. So about 4 or 5 months ago, my really good friend Marlene introduced me to this company called Elify. And I just said, oh, no, I don't have time for this. Oh, no. But what's really great about Elify is we could actually have various templates of business cards. So it's a digital business card, for instance, for my bucket list coach travel. When someone wants to go check out my YouTube or they want to go check out everything that I'm doing, they could actually go straight there and get all the information. For my mailbox power business, that is a gratitude business where I send cards and gifts. There's actually testimonies there. And really important for my YouTube branding, I'm actually going to be doing all these amazing promotions on YouTube. But one of the most amazing perks that you can do is have a YouTube page and gift people a vacation. So I have ER. He is the co-founder of Elify Shuffle. Tell everybody your story. How did you get started?
Yeah, hi, Cindy. Well, it's a long story. I've been a technologist for about 2 decades now, and it's so crazy thinking back that I've been doing it for this long, but I've been super blessed with the ability to basically have that laptop lifestyle and build technology, and I've been doing it for quite a while. And in doing so, we realized that about 1 in every 3 businesses, about a third of small businesses have a lack of an online presence. And we were online generating lots of traffic, generating lots of business, generating lots of revenue. And we realized that a lot of companies were missing out on the internet age. And now that's even more important. So we realized there was a massive need to help individuals create a presence online. And that starts with how you introduce yourself to people, right? How you share your information and connect with them. So we started creating digital business cards that eventually evolved into more landing pages and content management, and then some relationship management tools as well to allow people to not only share information with the people that they're meeting, but actually track that information and know who is clicking on what information. So really what our focus is, it's about empowering small business owners, entrepreneurs, work-at-home professionals to share the right information with the right person at the right time.
So tell us all about you and your best friend, Guy.
Yeah. So my business partner and I, Guy, collectively came together about 10 years ago to start working on new technology ventures. We started developing some custom technologies for companies and organizations, and then realized that the end user, the ultimate person who would be using the technology, was a better customer. And so we pivoted to start really selling direct to consumer and helping them support their businesses. We launched the Shuffle solution about 3 years ago.
So what is the big deal here having a digital business card platform versus just handing out a paper? I mean, I have a paper one for my bucket list coach web show, and then on the back actually is my surfers web, which is a surf show I do like once a month. So I like handing that here in Huntington Beach. So if I meet someone on the surf, they're like, "Hey, check this out." But I still like having the digital card. So tell us what the value of this is.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, right, everybody's getting these, and this is the traditional element, right, a paper business card. But what we also know is we all have these stacks of them or shoe boxes of them sitting around. We collect them, but we never take action on them. And if you're not taking action on somebody else's material, there's a good chance nobody's taking action on yours. And that's really what the statistics boil down to say. About 90 to 95% of business cards are getting thrown away within a few days of being received. And you don't really have a lot of measurability. Whereas when you're sharing a digital business card, I know whether the person I shared it with opened it up, what they viewed, how long they spent on it, if they clicked out of it. And I can start triggering actual follow-up reminders so that I can follow up with the people who are engaged with my materials versus not wasting all my time with people who aren't engaged. So there's a lot of extra benefits that come along when you start digitizing your content and sharing it out to people.
So let's talk about the Zoom parties. I mean, that's been really famous over the last year. So how could we use this digital system to get people to our Zoom?
Yeah, so a few different things, right? To drive people to attend a Zoom, obviously it's like sending out any other type of invite, create a card revolving around that event, whether that be an in-person event or an online event like Zoom, start sharing it out. The beauty of this technology is it can be shared through a multitude of different channels or routes that you communicate with your audience, whether that be email, text message, social media, QR scanning, airdrop, etc. Pretty much any way you can share a link, you can share a digital card, and that can help you drive more attendance to your event. It also empowers people to reshare or redrive people to your event. If you're sending out a flyer, only one person gets the flyer and, can register for the event. But if you're doing it digitally, you can have this waterfall effect happen where more people come and attend the event. In addition, when you're at events like a Zoom event, many of us are going to start to notice people are putting background images, QR codes, and things like that behind them. And it's a great opportunity to have a way where people can actually physically connect or network with you online. Even if you're in a group setting, a big event or a Zoom, people can just be sharing through your photo and scanning your QR code, etc.
Yeah, let me go. I'm going to go to another card here. So this is my business, Surf City Aloha Gifts. So what I wanted to show here is the value of referrals and networking. So you see right here at the very bottom, it says testimony. So that's a testimony from someone that was on this show, and I actually sent them some custom coasters. There's somebody else there that has been on my podcast. So this is really great for podcasters. And then here's some information where you could do an opt-in page. So can you explain that to my audience?
Yeah, so this is the great thing, right? When you start digitizing your content, you're no longer limited by the confines of the traditional elements. So a business card might usually have my name, my phone number, my email address, maybe my address, and that's about it. But when we start doing digital things of that, I can have a business card that's just that. I can expand it to include a video. I can add additional materials or outbound links to other places. I can even add forms on there to gather information from the people who are landing on my card. So maybe I'm sharing information with somebody and then they want to share their information back with me. Now we're starting to network directly through the card itself.
Well, I'd like to introduce you to Miss Mary West. She says, that sounds great to drive more to events. I'm glad Cindy signed me up for this. I look forward to using it. So meet Mary with the Mary West Network. She's out of Seattle.
Well, hi, Mary. Thanks for joining.
So let's go more in depth about that. So Mary is a master networker. I mean, since I met her, all back and forth networking events, referrals. She's had me on her show a couple times. As a matter of fact, on the 25th, I'm actually going to talk about Elify. So give her some more tips for her networking.
Yeah, I think this is something that as Cindy, you as a connector know, it's all about, one, empowering people to have my information so that they can refer me business, and really empowering people to give me their information so I can refer them business. And really, that's what we think about the future of networking in the 21st century is when I've got these mobile optimized digital business cards and I'm connecting with people, not only do I have all the cards that I want to share out to the people I'm meeting, now I can enable and empower people to have my card in their pocket as well. Traditional business networking, they may give you a typical old school business card. How often are you walking around with my business card in your pocket to refer me business? On our platform, I've got everybody in my Rolodex's card in my pocket, and I can refer them business anytime I meet somebody who's looking for a referral. So I can now become the ultimate connector. And when people are looking for things, they're going to be leaning into me because I have those relationships that I can go out and share. And I'm also empowering them to share and drive me back business as well.
So let's talk about Danon Davis. He says, what a way to network.
Yeah, in fact, Danon's a great guy. I know he's a Shuffle user as well. And again, it's all about networking. So one of the big, powerful elements that differentiate Shuffle from most every technology out there is it's really combining the content that I mentioned earlier with the relationship. And when you do both of those things on a singular platform, now we have so much measurability because I want to be engaged with the people who are leaning forward in the material and the information I'm sharing with them, because I need to make informed decisions in my business. I don't want to be wasting my time or doing work for the sake of doing work. I want to work smart. So I want to know, oh, wow, Danon is looking at my card right now. In fact, I just got an alert. I need to follow up with him. Or I want to be able to have something I can share out quickly to the right person at the right time. All of that's right at my fingertips on my mobile device and optimized in a way that when I'm sharing it to somebody, it's optimized for where their attention is. And that's the reality of it, Cindy, right? The average person is spending between 3.5 to 4 hours a day with their eyeballs glued to these devices. And it's become such an integral part of our life. We live in chaos. If you want to cut through the noise and chaos of everybody, including your prospects, attention and get right in front of them, you want to be putting your material, your information, your contact information, and what you do and who you are right where their attention is so that they can make an informed decision. That's really a game changer for anybody who's networking.
Well, let's talk about TikTok. I'm a big TikTok person. So this is my TikTok Elify card. So let's talk about how this could be valuable. So I have my Bucket List Coach web show. I have Search the Aloha Gifts and then Ask Cindy Connector Live. And that's actually a TikTok user opening up a gift of a mug and a card. And then I have the opt-in section there. So let's talk to the audience about how valuable this can be if you love TikTok.
Yeah, look, there are so many different sources for traffic out there, for leads out there, for different communities. And what we all need to realize and understand is we may not be these big mega influencers, but each and every one of us in our own right is a micro influencer. And we belong to all of these different communities, whether that's the TikTok community, whether it's Facebook, whether it's LinkedIn, doesn't matter. Any of those communities where you have relationships, you want to be able to engage with those relationships and share information out. So Shuffle's a great way to be able to accomplish that, where you can come in, create a card specific for the communities that you're interacting with, like in this example, TikTok specifically, and then share and engage with that community and start to generate prospects and leads out of that community that you're involved with. And then you can do the same thing over in Facebook again, and the same thing over in LinkedIn again, and Instagram, and so on and so forth. But you have to realize you don't just want to rely on my email list or maybe my phone list. I mean, there are all of the lists that we combine together to create all of our influence, and we need to capitalize on that.
So let's go to my travel. So this is Bucket List Coach Travel Tours. I am a travel agent. So tell other travel agents here that are listening how they can use Elify.
Yeah, independent of what industry you're in, Elify and Shuffle technology is pretty much industry agnostic. If you use a business card, if you have a brochure that talks about your products or your services, in this case for travel, you can put that information on a card and have that available to share out at any time. And what I love that you're showing here is that you've got a card for different businesses and different uses and all of that, but yet you have that with you all of the time. Could you imagine if each one of these individual things you've shown were a physical brochure or a flyer or a card. You'd be walking around with your pockets full of material all of the time. So the ability to take what you're doing, where your focus is, and the audience that you're focused on best supporting, and create content snippets or cards for each one of those uses really empowers you to go out and highlight yourself, highlight your brand, and highlight what you do and how you can help others.
Yeah, with this particular card, I like, this is the advanced card builder. And I actually have my surf lesson here from last year. I have the dolphin watching and whale watching in Newport Beach, and also one of my Cabo restaurants. So thank you for being able to offer this for us. This is really great. So I could actually put multiple different YouTube videos on there. Tell everybody about that.
Yeah, you know, your audience is going to look at your information in all types of ways. So you want to present information to them that's going to allow them to take the next step in that journey that you're having with that potential prospect to make them become a potential customer. So in some cases, that might require looking at pictures, reading text, learning about you, and watching video. In fact, most of us will realize very shortly how impactful video can be, right? A picture's worth 1,000 words. How many words is a video worth? And when you can put a video in front of your audience, let them watch it, and then measure and know that they're watching it, and not only do it once, but stack up a series of videos, you can take that viewer through an entire journey that's going to make them go from just learning or meeting you for the first time to really getting to know you and building a trust relationship so that they can make an informed buying decision.
So we have a few minutes left on the show. Let's kind of go through why not every business owner does not have this. Let's provide some value here.
Yeah, you know, Shuffle is still relatively new. Obviously, we've been in the marketplace for only a few short years. I would say 99% of the world does not know that this technology exists yet, but we're working really hard to change that. One of the things that I love is we've empowered all of our existing customers to go out and help us share Shuffle with the rest of the world and actually get a chance to participate in the growth of this network. I'm so excited because now we've grown into about a dozen countries internationally. We've got users all over the world, and they're really starting to see a massive amount of results. In fact, Cindy, we've already done and processed millions of dollars in our business just using Shuffle, and we've helped a lot of our customers as well do the same thing in their business, generating millions of dollars in new revenue. And I think at the end of the day, that's what people are looking for. You're looking for ways that you can get out and you can market your current hustle or your side hustle or your primary venture or anything that you do, and find ways to generate those multiple streams of income or boost and highlight yourself or your brand. And that's really what Shuffle steps in and does for you.
Well, let's talk about one last thing here, how you could have a whole section of business cards. This is my main page, but there's another section of our back office that has the entire Rolodex of people that we connected with or have sent us cards. So if someone needs a referral for carpet care or a networking group or housekeeping, how could we have that at our fingertips?
Yeah, you have essentially an entire virtual Rolodex, not just of your cards, but of everybody else's cards who you've interacted with. And having that at your disposal is so empowering because, one, you've got your cards right here that we're seeing at any time. You could meet somebody. This could be at an online event. This could be offline at a networking event. Heck, this could be in the grocery store line at your local supermarket. And you get to conversing. You never know when you're going to meet that prospect. And yet when it comes time to exchange information for the first time, you're equipped and empowered to have an amazing first experience with that person when they get your information. It almost highlights you and raises your credibility when they have that. And to have multiple cards, you're not just stuck to saying, this is my card, and if something changes, I have to go order a whole deck of new cards. If something changes, you just log in, hit edit, make your modifications, hit save. And if anybody you sent the card to in the past comes back and views it, it's all up to date already. Now imagine having that for all of the people you're connected with. So again, I see this time and time online. I'm in a social group online and somebody asks, hey, does anybody know a ... I'm looking for a ... Does anybody have a recommendation for XYZ? And all too often it's like, hey, contact me. Yes, I can help you.
Mm-hmm.
We have a client. Here's a great example. That's where they added on in the last, I think, 6 months, over $1 million to $1.5 million in new revenue, just by waiting for people to ask online in social groups, hey, does anybody know a contractor who can help me repair this, or a handyman to do that? And he would jump in and he would just share his card. And his card was amazing. Past work, how to get a hold of him, request a free quote, all of those things a potential customer would be looking for. He would post that out and he would say, hey, it's great to meet you. Here's some information about who I am and what I do. I would love to earn your business. Check it out. And if you're interested, give me an opportunity to at least have a conversation. And that was the whole process. Just that one little change alone in the end of 2020, moving into 2021, added all of that new business. And it was just by having and being empowered to share that material and empowering others to share that material. Because then he got people to be like, oh yeah, I know somebody, let me tell you who Mike is. And here's his card, and here's his card. Let him earn your business. Check out his work. Man, when somebody else is like, call me, I'll give you a quote, versus here's my whole portfolio of what we've done in the past and our past projects and our credibility, one of those is going to rise to the top, and it's the one who's providing exactly what that potential customer wants to see.
Well, one of the reasons I like Elify is for the vacation giveaway that I'm doing. I actually have their name, their phone number, their email, and what vacation they want to take, like what U.S. vacation they want to take, what U.S. or Mexico destination they want to take. So I think that's really cool that you can do, you could pick different options on what you want to put in the form. So can you tell my audience about that, and then we'll close out?
Yeah, I think this is one of the only business cards that you can have that actually gathers leads. So you can put lead capture form onto any one of your shuffle cards, and you can identify the information that you want to collect in that lead capture form. So maybe it's generating new prospects, so you want to capture a first name, a last name, a phone number, an email address. It'll automatically capture that. It'll send it directly into your Shuffle CRM, into your contacts, and it would push you a push notification so your phone buzzes and says, hey, Cindy, you have a new contact. Wow, now you can strike while the iron is hot. You don't have to go check your emails or wait and see if you've got some new lead. You just automatically know when you got it so you can move forward on it. That's so powerful. In cases where you actually need to collect information from existing customers or potential customers you're working on, you can customize these form fields. So in your case for vacation, where do you want to go? What flight do you want to have? Where do you want to sit on the plane? What type of room do you want to have? You can get as granular as you want on the information you're gathering, so that when they submit that form and you go to have that next conversation, you have all the information. And we know that, information is power. You come into that well equipped and you go, hey, here's what I know about you. You want to go here, here, and here. You want to do X, Y, and Z. Let me get all of this taken care of you. And your credibility rises and you look like you're on the top of your game.
Well, awesome. I'm going to close out the show, but really quickly, I want to do a YouTube short because they are very popular these days. So I'm going to do the intro, and then you're going to close out, and then I'll put you in the green room. Well, hello. This is Cindy, your host at Ask Cindy Connector Live, and I have ER. He is with the Elify Shuffle card. Take it away. 30 seconds.
Yeah, Elify, everything you need to manage your content and manage your relationships on one simple, cost-effective platform. If you're not breaking through the noise and getting in front of your prospects where their attention is on their mobile device, you are missing out. So make sure to check out Elify and Shuffle to solve your marketing needs.
Well, there you go, guys. We'll see on the next video. I am going to actually put Guy in the green room. Just hang tight for about half a minute, and I will visit for a couple minutes. Okay, thank you. Well, there you go, guys. You definitely need to check out the Elify Shuffle business card. Check out surfcityaloha.gifts.com, bucketlistcoachtravel.com, and you could learn on how you could use Elify Shuffle to put testimonies in there. You could do opt-in areas. If you are a travel agent or real estate agent, definitely hit me up. I could actually show you some great samples on what you can do for your business. And as always, it's so important to show gratitude to 5 people every single day. Think of 2 people every day that you're going to connect to somebody else. And thank you for coming to the broadcast. We are every single Friday at 1, 2, and 3 o'clock, except for next week where I'll be enjoying a little mini vacation. And then also every Wednesday, stay tuned to Bucket List Coach Web Show Live at 1, 2, and 3 o'clock. And if you subscribe and you comment, you actually will get that 3-night getaway. Go to 3nightgiveaway.com after you have commented. And if you go to Bucket List Coach Web Show Live and you share that on Facebook, I will actually gift you a 5-day, 4-night Mexico trip, baby. Woohoo! Shaka, baby. Have a great weekend.